Hey everybody, welcome back to my show. My name is Ray, and I guess in case it didn't appear that way before, I wanted to hold the camera a little bit different and clarify that in general, I've been trying to run all my miles, and I'm doing it using a heart rate benchmark. I think it's called the Nathatone or something, low heart rate training. Anyway, I continue to talk about how difficult it was in the beginning to even run a quarter mile. Right now, I don't know my exact distance, but I must be coming up on 2 miles. My heart rate is 152-ish, and today's suggested workout was to complete a 42-minute run at a low heart rate. So low heart rate training means being able to generally carry on an easy conversation. As you can tell, I might not be used to running and talking at the same time. Part of this, it says now I'm in the desired zone. A while ago, my heart rate was 155. Right after I said it was 152-ish. So, this is one of many efforts now that I've put in outside versus on the treadmill. All of my shoes feel different on these terrains, or on this terrain versus the treadmill. All of my efforts seem different as well. The time passes really fast. The time passes really fast when you're out here. In fact, I think this is the same stretch that I showed in the last video where I was trying to hold the camera more stable. But like I say, I'm going so slow, you might think I'm just, I don't know, jogging in place. But I challenge you, especially if you have health anomalies, to consider even walking at a moderate pace for as far as you can at a low heart rate, where you can carry on a conversation, where you sweat out the toxins, and where you heal yourself rather than continuing to go for invasive processes and refillable prescriptions. My watch buzzed at me. Refillable prescriptions. I wonder if it wants me to clarify everything that we can possibly do in excess, including having multiple pairs of shoes, for an example, can be considered an addiction. For that reason, I try to demonstrate the difference between addiction and a constructive course of action. It's a really unique way to talk about wildlife, I know. But if you can imagine on a nice cool spring day like today, where all the wildflowers are out, there were some tall grasses that blocked them out for you. But if you can imagine that I'm seeing more bottle caps and rubbish than I am butterflies and bees. I hear some crickets though. If you can imagine trying to run for a long time to where you still feel passionate enough to use your every breath to talk about these things. Whew. It must be a captivating subject for you. If someone were out here doing this with me right now, I'd be carrying on these conversations in whatever direction it was that the conversations went. I've got about 4 minutes to go, so I'm gonna run up here about 2.5 minutes. That way I can get back to the end of my circuit as my exercise is being completed. Anyway, if you can imagine being out in a place like Big Bend National Park, sitting there still in the quiet, trying to hear all the nature like I'm hearing around me right now, like you're hearing around me right now. That was the only time I stopped my running, which started 38 minutes ago. Whew. So I guess I'm supposed to run for 44 minutes, whatever. Whatever the case. No, 42 minutes. Sorry. I've noticed that when I'm running, if I try to do a lot of mental calculations, my heart rate goes up. It's at 156 right now. And I think that's called the resonance, the vibrational frequency. And lately I've been having a lot of processed foods. The standard American diet. So I said in the last video I was going to be talking about Big Bend. And I've got an outing coming up where I'm going to practice what I preach about all plant-based and what it can do. So it'll be up to you to witness whether or not there was any transformation. But for right now, I've got to tell you, even holding my arm upright like this for this long, the way I'm holding the phone without stabilizing it with my other arm, wow, it's difficult. How long have I been holding this? 8 minutes. Oh yeah, speaking of, I'm only 2 minutes away from the end of my workout, so I almost forgot. And in fact, my heart rate went up to 163. So let me slow down. I'm out of range. I'm supposed to be closer to 155. So you can see, much like driving, if you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, mistakes can occur. Even though I'm trying to look in the correct camera hole to make it look like I'm 100% focused on you, you better believe while I'm operating my body, this machine, that if it broke down, would make it difficult for me to do all of the things that I enjoy doing. If it broke down, that would cause me many circumstances, possibly beyond my own comprehension at this time. For an example, I want to go to Big Bend. If I'm not physically able to do that, I'm going to think some dark thoughts. And so I can go to Big Bend to inspire even the beginning of something if I haven't even started it. For me, I've tried to show living in society, integrated into it, it comes with a cost. And the price is freedom of time Time is money, people say. So is energy. Protect your energy. Thanks so much for running along with me. I hope you're having a great day. Now I'm holding this with both arms. Look, it's a little bit more stable. Until next time, peace, love, and all that old school stuff. And officially, as of right now, we've gone 2.48 miles. So not that far, but just the other day I ran 8.31 miles. That, to me, is incredible. When I started, I could barely do this for 1/10 of a mile before I broke down physically. But now, no knee pain, no body aches. Imagine for a moment if you saw me do the same thing, but on a plant-based diet, as you saw me transform before without even exercising. Wonder what I could do now. We'll find out next time. Till then, peace, love, and all that old school stuff.